So this is a day in the life of Detroit Dog Rescue. I'm Christina Rinaldi, the operations manager here at Detroit Dog Rescue with several of our awesome volunteers. And this is how it starts. It starts every day at 8 a.m. with the cleaning, the feedings, exercising the dogs. So you get to see a day in the life at Detroit Dog Rescue. So Detroit Dog Rescue was founded in 2011, and in May of 2014 we opened the doors to the first no-kill center in the city of Detroit. And what Hush did is he acquired an old vet office. It was completely outdated and been here since the 1950s, and we completely renovated it from the floor up. We tore the floor up, we put in new piping, we put in new kennels, as you can see. Usually these are filled up. All of our dogs today are thankfully on walks or they're in the yard right now with volunteers. And we put together just a renegade team of volunteers to get out to rescue these dogs, to take care of these dogs every day. It is a 7 days a week, holidays, weekends operation. You know, we show up at 8 a.m., we clean all the kennels, the dogs are fed, they get exercise time, all the way until 7 o'clock at night when everybody's tucked in.
Hi, this is Barb from Detroit Dog Rescue. I'm a volunteer here. I volunteer here every Monday and Wednesday morning. I do it because I love the dogs. I see the difference that it makes in the dog, and I just see the dogs being taken care of. Detroit Dog Rescue does a great job taking care of all the dogs, making sure that they get time with all their human friends and time to exercise, and then time to actually get to know the dogs so we can find a great home for them. With Detroit Dog Rescue, I see nothing but good happening. The dogs get well taken care of, they get into homes, and it's great seeing the updates on all the dogs.
So this is Haley. Haley was found by some apartments in Detroit, and she was causing a nuisance, knocking over garbage cans, barking at people, and everybody was so scared of Haley. So we ran out. We eventually caught her with some begging strips. She loves begging strips, and she was really, really scared. Like, wouldn't even get in the truck, just skin and bones. And we got her medical treatment that she needed, spayed her, and then she came to the center. And as you can see, she just loves everybody and is so happy to be here. And she just got put up for adoption. She's ready to go, so she'll go to our next event and then hopefully be adopted. Go ahead, go get her, go get your mom.
Hi, I'm Debbie from Detroit Dog Rescue. I've been with DDR for 3.5 years. It's my most favorite thing to do ever. I think we're the best rescue in town. We go above and beyond for these dogs. They get their best medical care. They have the cleanest and nicest facility around. And I love it here. And I love all these dogs, especially Lucy.
My name's Ryan. I'm an intern. I go to Oakland University. I chose to intern at Detroit Dog Rescue because I followed them online for a while, and I've seen the impact they have on the community. I do a few different things here. One of the things I work on is with the Twitter and the Instagram and the Facebook, the social networking. Branding is huge with Rescue. You got to get your name out there, and I've learned a lot from their organization about how to put a positive message out as far as what we're doing. Day to day, we come to the shelter, we take care of the dogs, we clean up their kennels, we let them out, make sure they all get outside, just keep an eye on them, make sure they stay healthy, and put them in the best environment they can be in until they find their forever home.
Lucy is super excited today because today is adoption day for Lucy. This afternoon she's going on a home check with a great family. And well, a lot of times we get questions because we do keep the boarding facility private. We are in the heart of the east side of Detroit, so for safety reasons this is a boarding facility and it's private. People, they wonder how can we adopt. Every other Sunday we do adoption events with PetSmart in Southfield. And people can find our dogs online and they fill out an application, and we don't just adopt out blindly. You know, we make sure that these dogs go to the best of the best. So we go, we do a home check, we check their vet records. You smell some treats? You smell some treats? We bring the dog out. We make sure that the dog is a fit and that the family is a fit for the dog as well. So tonight Lucy has what we call her meet and greet. Hopefully she'll be going to a great family. Right, Luce? Right. Even though we are state-of-the-art, I mean, we have a state-of-the-art grooming area, state-of-the-art kennels, we are not a medical facility. We still have to outsource to medical. The cost is astronomical, anything between $2,000 and $10,000 a month are our regular vet bills. We don't get to pick and choose the dogs we take in. We get the worst of the worst cases. So as soon as they're picked up, they go in for medical. Just basic medical is vaccinations, spay or neuter, heartworm testing, And a lot of the dogs, unfortunately, are heartworm positive. That right there is $1,500 to cure. So that's where a lot of the bulk of our money goes, is to medical costs, just to get these dogs updated so they can be adopted out. But as far as the center, this is where your donation goes. These people, this is where they put their time in, and this is what rescues the dogs, and we couldn't be more proud. We have a dog that came in who was chained to cinder blocks, chained to a doghouse, wasn't being taken care of. Here she is. Hi, we just got her in over the weekend. Her name is Jane, and she is sweet as can be. This was someone's guard dog. The sign on the house said, "Beware of bad dog." So, this is what they're talking about when they say bad dog. So we got her. She is fattened up. She looks healthy, but she was chained to cinder blocks. It's negative 18 degrees outside. She had no food, no water. And this is something we had to do as a process. We had to report it to police. We had to go back there 3 times to prove that she was in an unfit situation. And so we brought her in to get all of her medical care, to get her all up to date on everything. And unfortunately, we found out that she is heartworm positive. So that's why her back is shaved, because she'll get a series of injections that kills the heartworm. Now left chained to the cinder blocks, over time what would have happened is the worms just would have ate away at her heart, would have ate away at her insides, and she would have died a very slow death over time, over years. The heartworms would have actually constricted her heart. Heartworm costs us about $1,500 a dog. So this is where some of our biggest costs go. When you're donating, this is what you're donating to. It's to save a dog like this with such a sweet temperament, and give her another chance, give her a better chance.
Today we're doing some community outreach. We drive around all the different neighborhoods. There are way too many dogs that are outside, so we have igloos, which are very good in cold temperatures. Still not ideal. You should bring your dog inside, but it's adequate compared to most of the shelters that these dogs have, if anything. Also, we have straw here, not hay. It's really good to insulate with, so we'll go around and we'll pass that out. We'll fill up the dog houses with it, dogs that are left outside. And then food too. A lot of people are in need of food. A lot of these dogs, especially in the cold, they need more food, more water. They burn more calories when they're freezing, and it's crucial that they have enough food. So part of our community outreach, we go around and we try to educate as many people as we can, tell them, basically educate them on what they need to do, how to take care of the dog in the cold, and then provide them with the materials to do that. We also offer spay and neuter programs, and we get grants for that. It's a huge part of it, because for every dog you spay and neuter, that's less strays running around the next year. Just in 2014 alone, we spayed and neutered over 200 dogs, which, that turns into thousands of dogs within the next year or so. So it makes a big difference, and it's very, very important. And it's also equally important to spread the message that you need to spay and neuter your dog.
Lot of rescues, but there are not a lot of rescues that literally set up shop in the middle of it. It's so cold right now in Detroit. It's about negative 18 degrees, and it snowed the whole last week. On the way here, I actually got a call that someone found a pit bull in a garbage can that had frozen to death. He wasn't thrown in the garbage can. A garbage can was tipped over, and at some point last night he went in there for shelter, and unfortunately he's frozen. So we did, I sent someone out to pick him up, and, through best friends, we'll have him humanely cremated. But that's how cold it is out here, and that's, what the strays do when they're out here, is they hide in these abandoned buildings, they hide in garbage cans, they hide wherever they can. In 2011, the city of Detroit told Hush that there were 50,000 strays in Detroit. And is that number true? Who knows? But there's been a lot of people that have disputed the number, that have tried to count the dogs, and no one has come up with a real count. There's been 3,000, someone else came up with 7,000. But what we do know is that there's definitely too many, and they're all hiding in these abandoned homes, in these abandoned buildings. So it's impossible. I don't care what anybody says. I'll tell them. It's impossible to get a count on these stray dogs. But what we do know is there's definitely a need for rescue. There's definitely a problem in the city of Detroit. So while other people are, counting stray dogs, I'm out here Hush is out here, the volunteers are out here, you know, doing the rescue and the vetting and all of that stuff. What's different about Detroit Dog Rescue is Hush. Hush grew up, you know, right off of 7 Mile. He is, you know, he's a rapper, he's a father, he still lives very close to the city. I mean, he can throw a stone down his street and be in Detroit. And he knows how to talk to these people, and he knows how to educate people, and he knows how to get through to them. He doesn't talk down to them. He doesn't talk at them. And that's been super successful for Detroit Dog Rescue. He's lived in Detroit where, you know, he would see dogs being abused or people not treating dogs right, and he knew that he had to make a difference, and he had to do something in his community to make a difference.
I had dogs my whole life growing up. It's a passion for me right now. As everybody knows, you know, I'm a rapper from Detroit, and I've had my success.
But even rappers have heart.
But even rappers have a heart.
He's on a chain. This dog died. Look.
Yeah.
This is where the chain is.
Yep.
This dog died here. He's still on his chain. The chain is going to his collar around his neck, and this is the chain that chained him. He
Yep.
died on the end of his freaking chain.
It's not cool. It's not fair. No. This isn't right. This is what I'm dealing with. You know? I'm trying to end this.
In little over a year, we've been able to raise an amount of awareness to a problem that has taken decades to surface. We believe we are the face and the future of dog rescuing in Detroit. I'd like to thank my team that works hard not only to find homes for these animals, but also educates the community on what it takes to be responsible dog owners. In general, I'd like to acknowledge all of our local media partners for continuing to keep our message alive and giving the homeless dogs a voice. I can't express enough thanks to the supporters from all over the world that keep us afloat through donations and gifts. It's the selfless act of wanting to contribute to the rescue and rehabilitation of a homeless dog that makes our job easy. As an entertainer who created DDR, and more importantly, a proud Detroit artist, I can't express, and I'm going to say this seriously, I can't express how critical it is now more than ever that we give back to this city by being more active in the community.
One